Hey guys, Eric here with Basin and Ben with another weekly Where to Fish, this time for Father's Day weekend, June 15th, 2019. You may be saying, Eric, there's so much water, where can I fish? Well, don't worry, there are plenty of spots out there you can still hit. First of all, think about all the tailwaters we have here on the Front Range, as well as all the ponds. There's a lot of ponds and reservoirs that are definitely worth checking out. And you can also start focusing on other species, things like carp, bass, other warm water species like pike. Go out there and do a little bit of exploring and you will have plenty of fun. But if you are going to be looking for some trout and looking to be fishing some of the rivers and creeks around the Front Range here in Denver, these would be my top 3 spots for this weekend. So starting with number 3, top spot would be the Cheeseman Canyon section of the South Platte. Flows have recently come up back from 100 up to about 150 and they're on the rise. So that's definitely going to help push some of those fish out of those deeper holes, get them up into those riffles, get them a little bit more active. In there, you're going to definitely be using things like scuds, small worm patterns. Your typical Baetis nymphs and midge nymphs are going to be your primary trailers in the back. Again, still smaller sizes. That water in there is still plenty cold. We're all in anticipation of this upcoming dump. The spillover is not too far off, and that's when that canyon really lights up and the bug life comes to life and the fishing is phenomenal. So look for that in the future. Moving on to number 2, we've got the Dream Stream, another South Platte section, another tailwater. So that recently has actually come up to just over 250. Quite a good size increase in flows, which is good. That's definitely going to shuffle the deck in there, get those fish active, put them in different locations within the river, and it's also going to allow you to get a little bit closer to those fish without spooking them. So in there, a lot of things like crane fly larvae, your good old-fashioned hare's ears on some of the bigger sizes, and then a lot of just standard midge nymphs, whether it's a juju bee, a small little zebra, things like that. You can still keep fairly small sizes on a lot of those trailer flies in there. Moving on to the number 1 spot, I would actually take advantage of the clarity while we still have it and check out our local gem of Bear Creek. Flows have been slowly rising, going up between 100 CFS and 70 CFS. Right now they're right about 70 CFS, but the clarity is still really not bad. Kind of a tea colored, you can definitely see in the water quite a bit. But at those flows, you've got a lot more fishable water. Definitely focus your time on some of those places that have structure, whether it's debris in the water that's slowing down some of that water, rocks, things like that, inside curves of bends. That's where the fish are definitely going to be holding. In there, the best way to cover that is going to be using a dry dropper rig. So some type of terrestrial, a caddis, or even a blueing olive up on top. Just something to either see, or you may get some strikes on that, but then down below, you're looking at something a little bit flashier. So whether that's things like psycho princes, some of our wired caddis, check nymphs, that type of thing is definitely going to help attract some attention. Even like squirrel nymphs in there are going to have enough flash so the fish can see it, they'll come over and they'll hammer it. So going to have a great weekend. Get out there, enjoy the nice weather, have some fun, and I'll see you next week.